Welcome. On behalf of the University, I would like to welcome you to the University of Essex. Please watch this video and take on board the points raised. I will tell you essential safety information to deliver your project safely and successfully at the University. For more information, refer to the Contractor Handbook. Our campus is a wonderfully diverse community. When you're on campus, you represent the University. Always be respectful towards other contractors, staff, students and visitors. Please be well behaved and respect the rules and regulations of the University. Conduct and appearance. As an educational establishment, we try to instill the importance of health and safety. We require contractors to lead by example in demonstrating high standards of health and safety. You'll need to be appropriately dressed and wear the right personal protective equipment for the job you're undertaking. You'll need to ensure visitors to your site are also appropriately dressed. Our staff are vigilant and will report behaviour they feel is unsafe. The University does monitor contractor safety standards. Failure to comply can result in being excluded from site. Security. The University security team are based on Square 3 in the Information Centre. It's open 24 hours a day, all year. If the security team know where you are, they can quickly get help in an emergency. You need to be aware of where you are working. You can telephone them on 01206 872125 and in an emergency 01206 872222. If you are using an internal phone, call 2222. You'll need to go there out of hours to collect any keys you require and permits. Fire. Know the fire exits and alarm call points where you work. Read the fire action notice. Cooperate with fire evacuation stewards or security. And work to minimise the risk from fire and false alarms. For more on what's expected regarding fire safety, read the Contractor Handbook. First aid. Before work, identify your first aider and the location of your first aid kit. In an emergency, contact security on 01206 872222. Do not dial 999. This can delay the emergency services getting to you. Security can quickly organise emergency service response for you. Working safely. Follow these safety guidelines. Failure to do so will mean you and your company will be removed from site permanently. If in doubt, ask your university contact. Always work safely. Risk Assessment and Method Statement, RAMS. Make sure you read, understand and follow the RAMS for your work. RAMS must be suitable and sufficient. If not, a permit will not be issued. Before coming onto site, you'll be given information. It's about your risk assessments and method statements. Your manager or supervisor will complete the RAMS for the work that you do. You must have your RAMS with you whilst working on site. RAMS identify the things that may cause harm and injury in the workplace and what needs to be in place to protect you, your workmates and others from harm. If work or hazard levels change, you must stop work, make the area safe as necessary and consult your line manager or university contact. Permit to work system. Any work or inspection that you do will need either a permit or authority document from the relevant section in the university. On completion of the work, the permit must be returned to your university contact or estate management section EMS help desk. No permit, no work. You must have permission from your university contact who will issue the permit to work before it starts. They detail specific risks in the areas you are going to carry out works. You must read and understand them and work within a limitation. Do not move outside of it. They must be signed by the relevant person and you must sign off the permit when the work is complete. All permits must be left with your relevant university contact or EMS help desk if your contact is not available. For out of hours, please leave the signed permit with the Information Centre. If you have any queries, go back to the person who issued it. Do not ignore permit to work signs. Remember, no permit, no work. Contractors failing to comply with these requirements may be barred from site in the future. Lifting operations. Lifting operations can only be carried out by trained and competent people. There are beams and eyes located around campus installed during its construction and are no longer safe. Only use beams and lifting equipment that has an in-date and visible sticker or scaff tag detailing the next inspection and test. If not, do not use it. Electrical safety. Consider all services to be live. Use battery tools as the first option, or 110 volt supply where feasible. If you need to use 230 volt power tools or task lighting, you must use an RCD adapter. Confined spaces. Only work in confined spaces if you have a permit to work document from your university contact. You must be competent and have had the correct training. The university has confined spaces. A confined space is anywhere which is suitably enclosed, although not always, and where serious injury can occur from hazardous substances or conditions within the space or nearby. If you need to enter or work in a confined space, you will need a permit and be trained before you go into them. Plumbing. Speak to your university contact before breaking into hot or cold water supplies. Do not reconnect without the appropriate collaboration. Check the contractor handbook for more information. You may need a permit to work. Asbestos. Check asbestos surveys relating to your area of work and be certain that asbestos will not be disturbed. If you're uncertain, contact your university contact before continuing and obtain formal consent prior to starting work. A number of our buildings are known to contain asbestos. Therefore, do not do anything that affects the fabric of the building without contacting your university contact to obtain specific information. All contractors working for the university need to have a certified asbestos awareness training within the last 3 years. An asbestos survey and management plan has been drafted and would have been passed to contractors as part of their tender, contract awarding or pre-works process. However, a copy is held on site and can be interrogated should you have any concerns about the presence of asbestos. This information is available by contacting your university contact. Excavations. Do not break or penetrate ground without the express permission of your university contact. Many services run below the surface. Working at height. Only work at height if you have the right access equipment, receive the correct training and are competent, and where necessary have a permit to work. Working at height is any work undertaking where there is a risk of injury through falling to a lower level. It covers roof work, ladders, mobile elevated working platforms, mobile towers and scaffolds. All working at height must be risk assessed and have a method statement. Access authorisation is needed to go onto roof areas. Safety equipment is installed on university roof areas. Man-safe wire systems and handrails are tested and inspected at regular intervals. People using these must be trained. Traffic and road safety. Vehicles must be driven with due caution. Pedestrians have priority. Take particular care under podia and in residential accommodation areas. Drive your vehicle with due regard to the highway code and within the speed limits on campus. Make sure your vehicle has the relevant MOT, insurance and is roadworthy. Even though we are private land, we require you to wear seat belts and do not use your phone whilst driving. Secure your vehicle and the load on campus. Absolutely no driving or parking on the grass without formal agreement from the university. We have accommodation areas that are barrier entry. Please remember pedestrians have priority and drive slowly. Parking. Contractors must park in the contractor car park or within their working compound where permitted. If alternative parking is required and agreed, register your vehicle at the EMS help desk. Parking is limited and in demand. Contractors must park in the contractor car park. Do not park in the main campus car parks. If you need to park in a space central to campus, you will need to book a contractor bay in advance. You can register your vehicle at the Estate Management Help Desk in room 6.003 or by emailing them. You can contact them on 01206 87 2959. No parking in bays marked for disabled drivers or block disabled spaces. No parking on double yellow lines. No parking on carriageways, hatched areas and delivery areas. Do not block access for emergency vehicles, for example, North Towers Causeway. At the University of Essex, we operate a considerate parking system. By observing our rules, you are helping us make parking easier for everyone. There's a penalty for not parking in line with our terms and conditions, and your vehicle may be banned from campus, or your company may be asked to leave campus. Under podia. Drive slowly, dip your headlights, and do not drive or park in the pedestrian walkways. Consider using a banksman when reversing in pedestrian areas. Pedestrians have priority. Consider what is above you. Be aware that under podia area is used by pedestrians, cyclists and other vehicle users. Take extreme care in this area. You must remain within the speed limits at all times. Day nursery. Sign in and out during normal nursery hours. Hand mobiles into reception. Do not take photos unless supervised by nursery staff. Exhibit good health and safety. Think about babies and young children. Cooperate with nursery staff. You'll need to take part in pre-start meetings. You'll be given nursery contact details and agree the additional control measures needed to manage the risk from dust, fumes and odours into areas occupied by babies and young children. Nursery staff have the authority to stop work immediately if they believe there is a risk to the children. If this happens, make the area safe as necessary whilst further decisions are made. To ensure safeguarding, you will not be left alone with the children and no mobile phones allowed. For work monitoring purposes, you can only take a photo under the direct supervision of a member of nursery staff. Protecting the environment. Help the university maintain its high environmental standards by turning off heating, appliances and lighting when not in use. Not wasting materials needed for a job. Recycling and properly disposing of waste. Not leaving vehicle or generators idling. Ensuring compliance with the relevant environmental law. The university has a team which can help with environmental concerns, questions and ideas, and a recognition scheme for our greenest contractors. Visit our sustainability web pages or ask at the EMS help desk for more information. Roundup. The university makes health and safety part of how we do things. It is important that everyone, including contractors, works safely to minimise the risk of injury and ill health. When you're undertaking work, we expect you to do it in a way that meets legal requirements and current good practice. This includes following your risk assessment and method statements, permit to work systems. If you are concerned about anything or find anything untoward, please refer it to your supervisor, manager or university contact. You can also refer to your contractor handbook. Thank you for listening.